Hey, thank you, bro.
I like to see it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You see, we just turboed it.
Yeah.
What we have to do under the car. The copper.
Is this real life? What is going on, guys? Welcome to Danny Doesn't Know Shit, but Eric Knows Things. In today's episode, I really messed up. Explains my intro, but continue watching because you're gonna find out at the very end. But it's also the first drive, so enjoy this video. 2,000 likes for that. Actually, not for that Mustang. For how good this car sounds. 2,000 likes. Let's get it. So first start was amazing, but the car is literally puking out oil like there was no tomorrow. And we believe it's from the valve cover gasket on this side. Take apart the plenum. Take apart the intakes.
Which we had to take apart anyways because we're waiting on clamps. While he's doing that, I'm gonna work on the gauges and some of the wiring.
Good morning. What is this, day 3, day 2? And if you guys are new here, my name is Danny. We're actually, if you did not watch the last episode, 370Z has a derp ski, and it actually also started. Today's episode, we're installing the Innovate gauge as well as the AEM OBD2 gauge. Right, we're finishing installing the MET system as well, and just basically all the wiring we gotta do. And are we gonna do the vacuum lines as well?
So we started the vacuum line, but I ran the vacuum line from the plenum. I always tee these two together, then I ran a vacuum line down
to the blow-off valve. Right, okay.
But now we need to run vacuum lines all the way to the back of the car and also to the gauge and the methanol controller.
Sounds like fun. We're gonna be doing that today. Do you want to tell us real quick what's the good thing about the Innovate gauge and then what the AEM gauge does?
The AEM gauge is just an OBD2 reader for the most part. It just plugs directly into your OBD2 port, and anything that your computer can read, this gauge can read as well. So it can display your AFR, ignition timing, water temp, oil temp, coolant, anything that just your car sees on the sensors, it'll see. It also has a DTC button, so if your check engine light pops on, you can see what the issue is, but you don't have to go to AutoZone. It's just all right here in this little tiny gauge, which is great. It's great. But to an extent, it's just a scan tool. That's all it is. It just shows and displays what the ECU can read. This Innovative, the SCG-1. It is a boost controller, a wideband gauge, and a boost gauge. And using this cable, which is a serial cable for the gauge, I can actually plug it into the laptop and I can data log with it through UpRev. UpRev actually connects to this gauge, and I can data log the AFRs, I can data log the boost, along with also configuring the gauge. You can configure the gauge on the gauge itself, but it's much easier. Just hook the laptop up. Yeah. It comes with this special 4-pin connector to a serial cable, and then you have to get a serial to USB cable.
So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And here's a little friend's gonna help us. You're gonna do the whole install. What's good? How you feel? How you feeling? How you feeling about the series? Everybody's loving it. Can you guys believe that the Z's turboed? Oh my goodness, can you believe it?
I don't know if Danny's told you this or not yet, but he sent his A-pillar out. Yeah. To get a custom dual gauge pod.
Sally's not here yet, so we're gonna have to wait.
It's not here yet, so I am going to just put them here and just zip tie the gauge up to the wiring for temporaries, and then when that comes back, he will
awesome. I'm so excited for that.
But yeah, they do look great. They're all one-piece molded. They look fantastic.
Woohoo! Here's the silliest thing.
Oh well, yeah.
Hey bro,
we were both about to record.
Vlogging, dude.
I'm vlogging. But it works now.
He's taking over my channel. Guys, go follow Eric, man. I can't stress enough how much he has done. Such an amazing person.
I hate Nissan doors when they don't stay open. They shut on your shins and everything else. Once you get this wire ran, just hook it up to the gauge. And then you just plug it into your OBD2 port. Now, if I plug this gauge in, this is the OBD2 gauge. It's currently set on AFR, but you can change it LA1, LA2, LFR, load range. I forget what that stands for. Throttle position. It does a ton of stuff. Barometric pressure sensor, battery, engine speed, fuel level, if it's closed or open loop, ignition timing. And then you can obviously look up your DTC codes so once it clears. When the motor is running, this is when this gauge turns on and off. It senses engine RPM. That's when it actually turns on. So now that that's fixed, I continue on to actually installing the gauge. Nice. So I actually made a full video on how to take apart and redo your valve cover gasket, so go ahead and watch that. That's why I didn't show much, but I just disconnected all the bolts. There's 4, 8, I believe 11, 12 bolts in total, and I was like, oh Eric, you gotta help me because I don't want to break it. That literally, what? That explains why oil was just literally vomiting out of Brittany. She was puking out oil. She was me on Monday. She was just puking. You could actually see right here where it's worn down and it's actually broken, because when he installed them, and this happens a lot, like it's not nobody's fault, but we install it. When he he installed it, while he was putting the gasket onto the thing.
Oh, I guess it moved.
It moved. It popped out. And
well, you know what the weird
right
thing is?
That it never leaked before.
It never leaked before.
Although I think it did, just not a lot. And
just not a lot.
And then you tightened it down, and it leaked even more.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So unfortunately, nobody has an HR gasket set.
Trust me, it happened to me.
I am going to reuse these. I don't recommend doing it, but I am going to silicone these onto the valve cover.
Basically put silicone where the gasket would sit.
Yep. And that helps it, one, seal better,
right,
and two, it keeps the gasket in the valve
people already
cover.
do that? Like, I've never done that because I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, that's...
But it helps hold the gasket in there so that exactly what happened to you doesn't happen. It doesn't.
So, do we have more pressure in the valve covers now that the car's turboed or no?
Technically, there is more crankcase pressure because, yes, it is boosted. There can be some pressure that gets past the rings because when you have a boost in a car, it actually increases your compression ratio as the motor is running. So yes, there is more crankcase pressure. That's why you always do a catch can setup.
Right. Which we are using the old ones.
We use it. He is gonna buy one eventually, or we will probably make one, and he can get it. For now, he's gonna use those. We're gonna take one of the hoses off and put a filter, and one hose is just gonna go to these breathers. We actually have to take these off the valve covers, and we have to drill them out.
What about, and those two are for the Innovate, right?
This is all for the Innovate, yeah.
And you went ahead and brought it like a little plug, so whenever I gotta disconnect it,
whenever you have to disconnect it, take it apart to put the gauge pillar in.
Just plug.
Do that, you don't have to disconnect anything. No cutting wires.
You gotta run some lines to the wastegate, correct? Which we gotta open up a hole for the OBD2 right here.
OBD2. Wideband.
Wideband. I was gonna go to sleep.
There's so many mechanical terms. Generally speaking, the O2 sensor is a narrowband sensor, and then a AFR gauge or sensor is a wideband sensor. So it's a different terminology. They both mean a sensor that reads AFR. So I have to run these two wires, which this one is for the which is for the wideband sensor.
Wideband that goes under the car.
No, I'm actually gonna run it up through the trunk, and the wires are gonna come right through there.
You're gonna have to drill through that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hole here where there's like a metal sheet, which he's gonna have to drill a couple holes. So we went ahead and took the pipe to where we're actually gonna go ahead and get the car tuned. Carlitos went ahead and just welded it for us. Looks really good. You guys will find out more about them Action Auto Care when we get their tuning day, but we got this figured out.
You're gonna want to download.
Dude, why do you have a old car instead of a Z? It has to be a Z.
You're gonna want to download LM Programmer. It's right on their website. Go ahead and open it up.
Can I just do this myself if I buy this cable?
You don't need to. Once this is done, this is done.
Right, okay.
So here it is right here. Pops up. What firmware version is on it, which is up to date, the device type and all that stuff. So we're gonna calibrate the O2 sensor itself. We're gonna hit reset calibration. You have to have it in free air. Do not put this in your exhaust until you actually free air calibrate it.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go to boost controller settings, and I'm going to set the altitude comp for the map sensor. So now it's calibrated to the amount of altitude that we're down here at. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. Got to go through it, so it's going to heat up the O2 sensor. There it says O2 cal, and now it's calibrated. So now it's reading 22.4 AFR because it's just been sitting in open air. So now we can go ahead, put it in the pipe. Put the pipe on the car and continue the wiring.
Now, Eric, do you want to tell us what why we're running a MES system?
So, well, I'll go over the methanol system first.
Okay,
like you said, this is the Snow Performance Stage 1. They have other stages that have, this is just a Stage 1. It's got this small, I think it's like a 0.8 gallon tank. It comes with a single nozzle system.
There you go.
Comes with all your line, all your wiring, your relay, low level sensor, and a couple LEDs, and then a little bit of hardware.
Right.
You're gonna have to make your own brackets.
Yeah, we went ahead and went to Home Depot to the shelving section.
I like using these. They're very strong, and you bolt them down nice. They don't go anywhere. Yeah. This is an add-on kit, which comes with a secondary nozzle and a T, because obviously 370s or just VQ35 HRs.
The HRs.
VQ37 VHRs have dual intakes, so you have to have dual nozzles.
Right.
One for each side. So that's an add-on. Right in here, this is the boost sensor. So you plug a boost source into this, and right here is a little tiny Allen, and that controls the spring in here so that you loosen it, it comes on earlier. Screw it in, it comes on later depending on how much boost it is. We're going to be using in your car boost juice, which is 50% water, 50% methanol or alcohol. And what it really helps do is it increases octane content because it's alcohol.
Right.
You're putting straight alcohol into the motor. Well, yeah, pretty much straight alcohol and a little bit of water. But the big advantage is the cooling properties. The air intake temp sensors are down here in the map, and then the methanol is right here, right before the throttle body. And now we have this, which is the low level sensor. There is no fluid in the tank. This level is brought down, and there's a magnet inside that triggers it, and it allows electricity to go through the wire. If the hole drill is big enough, you put this straight in and you turn this collar. And what happens is, as you turn it, that plastic expands and it makes a watertight seal. So I got these connectors on here so that if ever he has to take these stuff out, you don't have to cut wires, you can undo the connectors. One of these is for the level sensor.
You filming some type of YouTube video? What is this for?
So one of these will be for the level sensor and one of these is for the pump. The reason why I joined the ground together is because they both need grounding.
No, I'm not gonna. I can wrap it around, but
no. The pump is gonna be right here, next to the bows, which we're able to keep, but no more spare. Which I mean,
I made it. Race cars don't need spares. All right, cool.
We got the tank. Then we put back the carbon fiber piece that everything goes over. We're gonna be tapping into the yellow wire from the bottom of the car because that's where the fuel pump or the oil pump is. What's up, brother? What's up, dude?
Nothing,
where's
bro.
the turbo?
Look at this, bro. I was filming.
It's a 7. It's a 7. Brian, it's a 7. Not an 8. Man. Bro, update them. What are you doing? They miss you. They always like, where's Brian? Where are his Crocs? Brian's there, and those are his Crocs.
Nothing's changed.
The only things that's changed is that he doesn't kiss me anymore. I mean, what? Alright.
I'm teeing it off here. This is gonna run all the way to the wastegate. And then
use this line for this one.
Because it's under the car, it's stronger.
Oh, true.
I don't want to put a little plastic flimsy line.
Right.
Yeah,
so for up here.
So. But now
Sick.
Danny gets the fun task.
So my job right now is to zip tie everything to the cold side so it doesn't move around. And I'll show you guys how to do that.
Sides are also tied up. It looks nice and clean. We're still waiting on our clamps to get in. We have the 3-inch clamps, but we don't have the 2.5s yet. But here's the wiring Danny did last night. Looks good. Pumps all mounted up. And yes, these pumps are very loud, but they're the only pumps that can keep up with the oil flow that the journal bearings use. If you use a ball bearing turbo, the oil pumps are different and they're much quieter.
And action.
So there's 3 ports on these boost controllers, thus 3-port. They also have 4-port and other types, but this is what we're using. Number 1 port, number 2 port, number 3 port. In this configuration, we're going to be using the number 1 and the number 2, and the 3 is vent to atmosphere. Depending on what kind of wastegate you're using, it determines what valve setup you're going to use. But 1 is your inlet, 2 is your outlet, and this is going to tee in to this source line that we have right here. From the motor, from the intake manifold, you put a T in it. This line goes to the bottom of the gate.
Do you have to clamp those down or no?
I just throw zip ties around them. You don't really need to actually throw zip ties around them at all, you know, unless you're running a crap ton of boost, and I mean like 40, 50 pounds of boost. Not much is gonna blow that apart.
He's gonna be so happy. Ta-da!
No.
For real, I was walking to my room and I see that truck. Like, yes! Imagine they're not even 2.5.
Bro, don't even.
Looks about right?
Yep, that's it.
Let's go!
We could finish the car.
Yep.
Quality certified.
Wow.
Oh, these look a little small.
Do they? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, obviously with our luck, we got the wrong clamps on the mail. There's only one store here that has them. Hydraulic Supply. Close in 30 minutes. We're like 15 minutes away, so we gotta hurry. Ah! Hopefully they have it.
They closed at 5. So it's getting put to the test. What we have to do under the car.
Made it.
He's only having a mild heart attack right now.
We had the clamps, yeah. I've never spent this much money.
Hey, they're good clamps though.
They're amazing too. These clamps better have magic in them.
They better never let boost go.
No leaking, right? Oh. My Z's turboed. Officially turboed. Let's go! Man, that's incredible. Ooh, look at those gauges. We are missing the turbo blanket. Hey, we might go ahead and rewrap the piping later, but obviously we had to weld it and plug in the O2 or the wideband. And we might get something for the filter for when it rains, but we should be good though. I haven't emphasized this or said it enough, but this man installed a turbo kit in what? We could say 2 days.
Well, I did a turbo kit, Gallagher gaskets, methanol install, and gauges.
Dude, that's actually insane. Eric is a wizard. I'm convinced after seeing him do everything he does, he's indeed a wizard.
AKA, bring your car to lit mode tuning, and I get to touch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description. You guys already know lit mode tuning. Thanks to them. This car's turboed. They were the first ones to tune my car. I've been knowing them for like over, I believe, 2 years now. Yeah, they do amazing work. So thanks to them. Thanks to Pat, Eric, everybody that's involved. Don't mind me, just me and my meth. So this is something I'm gonna have to get used to doing. Don't spill it, Danny. Don't spill it. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, so this 1 gallon. So I mean, almost a full gallon. It should last me a good amount, I think.
So this particular system only gets triggered above a certain boost.
RPM?
Boost. Nope, it's all boost related.
Boost. Okay.
So this sensor right here.
So let's say I'm just daily driving shifting at 3K RPMs. That's basically never going into boost.
This is only ever gonna turn on when this triggers boost. It's triggered at probably around 5 PSI.
So tank is full. How do you prime the system if it's only activated through boost? Would you like trick it?
I'm gonna trigger it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Dude, that looks so clean. Except for that, I'm gonna take that out. I'm just playing, but dude, that's so freaking clean. Meth, turbo, galley gaskets, cool gauges, cool pops, flames, bangs, and high horsepower. What more could I ask for? My baby girl's turboed. Look at that, dude. Do you see that? Do you see that, bro? That's a freaking intercooler. Startup of me actually starting up the car. I actually love that. That's how it sounds. Okay, so to get this car on the road, we gotta do a few things. One, we gotta tighten down the oil cooler, which yes, I am gonna put outside here. I want it to be shown. I'll probably do it another day though. There you go. And yeah, there's a good amount of mess in here.
The green LED means the system is running, and the yellow means your tank is lead. Poke this wire through.
Got it. Yep.
Wait.
Oh. Okay, start up before the first drive. Cold start, baby! About to do a quick street tune before the dyno day tomorrow. It's gonna be a whole another video, but right now is the first drive on my newly turboed Nissan 370Z. An absolute dream come true. If you're new here, my name is Danny, and I've been literally dreaming about this for years on years on years, and I've literally had it on my vision board for the last 3 years. So the fact that it's finally happening and I can share it with you guys, it's truly amazing.
If you think you should put a pumper back on the car. I think you should.
Driving. Oh, it's pretty heavy. Oh, that's pretty heavy.
Compared to yours.
Yeah. And then the gas station's gonna be to the left. Dude, first drive. Everything looks good. Feels good.
So far. Gas cap.
87?
Yeah, 87 all the way, bro.
Alright, first fill up.
I like your videos, man.
Hey, thank you, bro.
I like to see.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You see, we just turboed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to test it right now. Yeah.
It sounds nice.
Thank you.
They're good. Methanol. Intake air temp, 115 degrees.
How much would it normally be right now?
I mean, the more you drive, the hotter it gets, so
yeah.
Cool it down. Dude,
I heard that goes, and deadass my eyes just got water. On full boost, I'm gonna cry. I really think so. What the f, dude? I see a little smoke from here. Maybe coolant? We spilled it, or I spilled it yesterday. On the engine bay. Yeah, I smell coolant. Yeah, I think that's just coolant burning. Alright, there's a little line that isn't connected properly to the throttle body. Do you have like a plier? Okay, I'll figure it out with my hand. Oh. Alright, I got the little line that's going to the throttle body on top. It's not really smoking anymore, so I'm pretty sure that's just coolant being burnt off, and also new exhaust and whatnot, and this intakes are basically new. So we're gonna go ahead. I was telling Eric, a little more boost and you would have got him enter. Wow, wow, wow. My car's freaking boosted. So how far can we push it?
On the street?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going over wastegate.
No, okay. That sounds bad. Okay, had to step out, take a breather. This car sounds like a rocket just heading to the moon right now with that whistle. It sounds incredible in the blow-off valve. I have no words. I don't know. We waited so long for this, and finally. Obviously, huge thank you to Eric. Thank you to Late Mode Tuning. Obviously, for always taking care of your boy.
How you doing, buddy? Doing good?
Demonstration of what happened. Feels good. Like it just, and the turbo lag, I don't feel any turbo lag if I'm being honest with you. If anything, it just feels, I don't know, I don't feel the lag. So for everybody out there, I was like, oh my God, you're gonna be a full boost at 8,000 RPMs. No, we're chilling.
I mean, starting to pull at like 4,000, it's in full boost by like 45.
Yeah.
All right, let's check the methanol tank. Yeah, it's not down that much, but it's definitely used it. That felt good. No?
It's fun.
It is kind of fun, actually.
It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Does Pat do this?
No.
Pat, dude, you gotta be doing that. Ready for tomorrow. Ignore the tools. We sat down right there. After doing the first drive and first pulls, this is the video that we're going to take the car to the dyno. But before we do that, he noticed there's something. There has to be something wrong with the fuel pump because of some numbers and stuff. It doesn't add up. There's something not right. So
basically what's happening while we were driving, I noticed I had to really crank all the fuel tables to make it even drive normally, idle normally, which is not supposed to be. And after we did a pull, I noticed the injectors are maxing out at 100% duty cycle in 19.8 milliseconds, which should not be happening on 8 pounds of boost. It's also maxing out the flow on the MAF sensors because of other values. I think something's leaking in the fuel pump where there is not enough fuel pressure going to the rail, so it's having to work the injectors overtime. So we're gonna pull the car out of the trailer, rip the fuel pump back out, and we're gonna go over it.
Check it out.
I found the issue.
He found the issue. Your boy went a little too ham.